Have you ever blurted something out in the heat of an argument, only to instantly regret it? That gut-wrenching feeling of words hanging in the air, shattering trust, and deepening the chasm between you and someone you care about. We've all been there, haven't we? Conflict is inevitable, a part of the human experience. But how we navigate it, that, my friends, makes all the difference. What if I told you there are specific phrases, insidious little traps, that guarantee escalation and damage while robbing you of your peace and genuine connection? Today, we're diving deep into ancient Stoic wisdom, unearthing 7 things you should absolutely, unequivocally never say during conflict. This isn't just about winning an argument. It's about preserving relationships, protecting your inner tranquility, and transforming conflict from a destructive force into an opportunity for profound growth. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll possess the tools to navigate any disagreement with wisdom, grace, and an unshakable calm that will truly change your life and your relationships forever. 1. You always, never. This is the ultimate conflict accelerant, a linguistic hand grenade wrapped in an accusation. Think about it. When you hit someone with "you always do this" or "you never listen," what you're really doing is stripping away their individuality, denying their capacity for change, and painting them with a broad, often inaccurate, brush. It instantly puts the other person on the defensive, shutting down any possibility of productive dialogue. The Stoics understood the power of precise language and the futility of overgeneralization. Instead of condemning their entire being, focus on the specific action or behavior that is bothering you in this particular instance. Separate the person from the problem. When X happens, I feel Y it is infinitely more constructive than an absolute statement that suffocates understanding and fuels resentment. Remember, sweeping generalizations only create sweeping divisions. 2. Calm down. Oh, the irony. Telling someone who's already emotionally charged to calm down is like pouring gasoline on a fire and expecting it to extinguish. It's dismissive, invalidating, and often perceived as an arrogant attempt to control their emotional state. When someone is upset, their feelings are very real to them, and being told to suppress them only amplifies their frustration and sense of being unheard. The Stoics taught us about empathy and understanding the impermanence of emotions. Rather than dictating their emotional state, acknowledge it. I can see you're really upset right now, or it seems like this is really bothering you. These phrases, offered with genuine concern, create a space for their feelings to be acknowledged, and paradoxically, can actually help de-escalate the situation far more effectively than any command. 3. It's not a big deal. This phrase, delivered with a dismissive wave of the hand, is a direct assault on the other person's lived experience and emotional validity. What might seem insignificant to you could be profoundly important to them, and reducing their concern to not a big deal is deeply invalidating. It communicates a lack of respect and empathy, effectively shutting down their vulnerability and trust. The Stoics emphasized understanding different perspectives and recognizing that our individual perceptions shape our reality. Instead of minimizing their feelings, strive to understand why it is a big deal to them. ask open-ended questions like, "Can you help me understand why this is so important to you?" Or "What about this situation is causing you the most concern?" Validation opens doors. Dismissal builds walls. 4. You always make me feel. While it's crucial to express your feelings, attributing the cause of your emotions solely to another person strips you of your agency and places an unfair burden on them. Remember, our emotions are our own responsibility. While another person's actions can certainly trigger a reaction within us, we ultimately choose how we process and respond to those triggers. The Stoics were masters of self-mastery, understanding that true power lies in controlling our own internal world, not attempting to control others. Instead of "you make me feel X," try "when X happens, I feel Y." This subtle but profound shift acknowledges your feelings without externalizing blame, opening the door for a more constructive conversation focused on behavior rather than accusation. 5. Fine, said with sarcasm or resentment. This seemingly innocuous one-word response, especially when laced with sarcasm, resentment, or a dramatic sigh, is anything but fine. It's a passive-aggressive dismissal that screams, "I'm not okay with this, but I'm too stubborn or afraid to articulate it." It creates an unresolved tension, a lingering shadow over the conflict that will inevitably resurface later, often with greater intensity. The Stoics valued clarity and directness in communication. If something isn't fine, then it's your responsibility to articulate why. Even if you need a moment to collect your thoughts, communicate that. "I need a moment to think about this," or "I'm not quite ready to discuss this right now," are far more productive than a fine that signifies anything but 0.6. Why can't you be more like? Comparison is the thief of joy, and in conflict, it's a relationship killer. Bringing up another person, a friend, an ex, a family member, and holding them up as an idealized standard is a deeply hurtful and demeaning tactic. It implies inadequacy, undermines their self-worth, and fundamentally communicates that they are not enough. This approach immediately creates a feeling of being judged and found wanting, shutting down any willingness to engage constructively. The Stoics taught us to focus on our own virtues and personal growth, not to constantly measure ourselves against others, and certainly not to use others as a weapon in a disagreement. Instead, focus on the specific behaviors you'd like to see from them, framed as a personal request, not a comparative critique. 7. I knew this would happen. This statement, often delivered with an air of smug superiority or resigned defeat, is a self-fulfilling prophecy of negativity. It implies a sense of foresight that borders on blame and expresses a fatalistic outlook that leaves no room for resolution or improvement. It shifts the responsibility of the conflict from a shared challenge to a predetermined outcome, subtly placing the blame on the other person for living up to your negative expectations. The Stoics encouraged us to embrace the present moment and to always strive for improvement, recognizing that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Instead of dwelling on past predictions, focus on the current situation and what steps can be taken now to move forward. How can we address this together? Or what can we do differently next time? are questions that invite partnership and progress, not resignation. So there you have it. 7 phrases to banish from your conflict vocabulary. 7 pathways to deeper understanding and lasting peace. Remember, true strength isn't about winning arguments, but about mastering yourself, about choosing wisdom over reaction and connection over division. This isn't just ancient philosophy. It's a blueprint for a more peaceful, fulfilling life and healthier relationships. Embrace these insights, practice them diligently, and watch as your world transforms. If this video resonated with you, if it offered even a glimmer of hope or a new perspective, please hit that like button, subscribe for more transformative content, and most importantly, share this with someone who needs to hear it. And I truly want to hear from you in the comments below. What's one phrase you're committed to letting go of during conflict? What's your biggest takeaway from today? Let's build a community committed to navigating conflict with courage and compassion together.